Welcome to week 10 of my case study where I've been looking at sports betting and whether progressive staking could actually just make money on a negative outcome of just randomly betting on sports. So the hypothesis that I had going into this was that this won't work. You should really have an edge in order to make money gambling, and I expected that you would need that edge for any progressive staking to work. Now, it's been an interesting case study over 10 weeks, and I've changed a few things along the way, but the results are getting interesting. The case study rules, just as a reminder, are the selections must have a negative expectation. I am just betting randomly and taking all bets that are available on the exchange that fit my criteria for my odds. You can go back to video 1 of the case study to see what the rules are around odds and things like that. There needs to be a high number of bets. I am placing around 6,000 bets a week, and I've got a loss limit of $1,000. Although I can lose a lot more than that because my bet sizes can be larger than $1,000, I just stop once I have lost $1,000 or more. So the testing so far, and I'll just draw your attention right to the bottom, we've almost won $2,000 doing this, which is interesting because I would be expecting that we would have lost money over this testing period. So you can see there the last 3 tests that have been going with a 0.3 recovery after we are showing -2 on a sequence are all showing positive results at the moment. Now test 7 is still in progress and it's up to $430, so it's moving into a positive region. Now obviously that can still get wiped out by a losing run, but the last 2 tests have made over $1,000. So I do stop once I get to $1,000 winning and I start a new test. So the idea is that you're never going to break a bank that gets larger than $1,000 because you've reset it and basically started from scratch again. So how is test 7 going this week? We started it late last week. It's still running. We've moved from a negative into a positive, so up $430. There's been 6,500 bets, which is a good number of bets, and the max bet size is $651, so it's got up there with a few losses in a row, but that sequence has recovered already, and it's not got too many that have high bet sizes at the moment. I think the highest is about $100. The outstanding loss to recover, which is the sequences that are still in a loss, is $355. So they're doing progressive staking and they're trying to recover. So I thought this would be interesting and we could have a look at the graph of how test 7 is going. Now, you'll see at the beginning there's not much movement for the first 1,000 odd bets, and that is because most of them have not hit the -2. There's not really any progressive staking happening, and the ones which are happening tend to recover pretty quickly because they haven't hit those long losing runs. But big losing runs happen, and you can see there's one there around 1,800 bets in, where it gets bigger and bigger with the staking sizes, and if it loses a large amount, it needs to recover those. So there's going to be lots of bets going on at once, so that's why it doesn't recover it instantly. So it takes about 200 bets before the next bet gets on for that sequence, and then it recovers most of that. And you can see from then quite a few of them are starting to get into those progressive staking areas, so it's becoming a lot more choppy. This is when it starts to either go up to your profit or you wipe out. Now luckily for this, the choppiness has been going up, and every large loss that we've basically had some recoveries that have recovered those sequences. So you can see we're above $400, and there was a large loss previously. We got up over $500 there, so there's going to be a bet around the 100 or larger going on that will try to recover that loss very soon, and it's either going to wipe us out very quickly if it has a long losing run, or it's going to just increase this very choppy graph and get us up to $1,000. So we'll find out next week whether it does make the $1,000 or it drops out, but I'll do an updated chart next week just to show where it goes from here. Hopefully this video has been interesting and kind of shows you how progressive staking can be a little bit risky but still be rewarding. I'm still not sold on it being a method that I would use or something that anyone should use. I think there's still a lot of high risk in this, and I want to do a lot more testing before I'd want to say either way it's either working or not working. So I hope that it's been very interesting for you, and I hope you've enjoyed the video. And if you don't know the rules, jump back to video 1 and we'll have all of the rules put in there for you and explaining what I'm doing. Have a great day, and thanks for watching the video.